I'm hoping they don't mess up Bloodlines 2, but I'm not holding my breath. Yeah, it's one of those games that, like, I don't think they're ever actually going to release it because it seems like they're always talking about, like, oh, there's going to be a Bloodlines 2, like, yada yada yada, like, it's going to be released soon at some point next year, definitely. And then that keeps getting pushed back, and, like, I don't know if it's ever actually going to happen. And I also don't know how good it's going to be, so I'm not holding my breath. I mean, this game, to be fair, like, has its issues, and I am going to talk about them the more they start to pop up. That you tend to see it a lot more with, like, the back half of the game. Like, I've talked about this before on stream, like, the level design completely falls apart towards the end of the game, and there's a lot of, like, uncomfortable racist shit that happens with the Chinatown storyline, and it's kind of peppered in, like, all the way through. And, like, I've said before, they don't really do a lot. They don't do a very good job, in my opinion, of, like, addressing the, like, the way that, like, sex workers and, like, the homeless and, like, addicts are. I wanted to address a lot of the Flash stuff is backed up in the Flashpoint archive. I didn't know that. That's really interesting. I should look through that and see if I can find some of the old, like, games I used to play when I was a kid, because I was a huge Girls Go Games girly back in the day. But anyways, what was I saying before the string crashed? Oh yeah, this game definitely has its issues, and we'll talk about it once we get there. Like, it does a lot of, like, kind of presenting things without actively, like, interrogating or, like, trying to challenge them, and it starts to feel like the exploitation of, like, of women and, like, the sexualization and, like, sleaziness of LA just starts to feel like a part of the game that's just kind of being presented as, like, world building, and it's just there, but they don't really do anything with it to, like, interrogate or critique any aspect of it, really. Anyways, we can talk more about that as it goes on, because, like, I think it starts to get more explicit, like, particularly in the Hollywood section. But yeah, it's tempting to say it was a product of its time, but they could do better. Yeah, I think some things, like, you could argue it was, like, a product of the time, but also some things, arguably, I think, like, they just should have known better. Like, not to give away spoilers, but, like, referring to the Kuei as foreign devils, like, that has deliberate, like, roots in, like, anti-Chinese, like, migrant rhetoric that was used, like, back in, like, the early, like, 20th century, I think, and, like, maybe also late 19th century. And, like, the framing of, like, anyways, we'll get there when we get there. But it's a mess. It's a mess. I just really, I feel like some of that, like, really, like, no one stopped to, like, second guess if this was a good idea, not once. But anyways, it's hard to say what was going on in 2004 exactly. I mean, I was alive, but I wasn't really a part of the, like, general, like, cultural mindset because I was 4 years old. So I wasn't really doing a lot of, like, critical thinking. I was mostly just doing, like, very, very basic thinking, as all 4-year-olds do. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was going into Asylum. Okay, I have to turn the music off. Oh, cool. Which means I unfortunately have to turn all the audio off, which means I'm probably gonna have to do the voices, which I did last stream. I had a lot of fun voicing Janette, because I was dressed up as Janette for Halloween, so I was, like, really feeling myself. I was in my, like, Janette era. But the music in this game, particularly in the clubs, is really, really good, I have to say. Especially in the last round. Like, I constantly listen to those songs, like, over and over and over again. Can I dance? Yeah, let's do some white girl flailing dancing. 10 out of 10. Brilliant. Peak. No notes. I love it. Okay, let's go. God damn it. That's the bathroom. Where's the elevator? There it is. Right, I think I already looked at that newspaper article. Okay, I think I can turn the sound back on now because we're upstairs. Hopefully. I'll tentatively turn the sound back on. Oh my god, there's still music! No! God damn it. Okay. Never mind, we're turning the sound back off. How odd. I was just having naughty thoughts about you. You made quite an impression earlier. Did you come to cheer up lonely little me? I stole this from A Spirit for the Dark Daughter. I seek the Dark Daughter, she of Obsidian. All of my selves are intoxicated with you, White Mistress. Really? Do I often pogo stick through your thoughts wearing nothing but a smile? Be honest. Or don't. You haunt my dark dreams. But what deeds do I do in your own? What all swayed kittens do, on hands and knees. We lap up the milk of me, and we purr, kitten, like dragonflies buzzing around frog bellies. Your words make me blood crazy and feverish, lost in a remembered life lust. So, Therese told me you might be back with something for her. Do you have it with you? Your sister only receives this treasure. I'm sorry, Janette. I'm not some silly doll, you know. All my life, my sister's made me out to be a joke. She told you I was an embarrassment, didn't she? That I couldn't tie my shoe, but your hand will not contain your desire. Do you understand what it's like to have your own flesh and blood ripping you apart on a daily basis for 2 lifetimes? Can you? Forgiveness, White Daughter, but this is for the other only. Fine, you hold on to it. Since you were so willing to brave that big spooky place for my darling sister, how about doing a teensy tiny favor for little troubled me? Uh, what could I do to amuse the rainy day child? Do you know Gallery Noir down the street? I happen to know there's a charity event being organized there. Lots of the influential Santa Monicans slithering in for token appearances. But there's one thing they don't know. The whole event's been set up by a kindred trying to establish their own power clique in our city. And we can't let that happen, can we? So I need some brilliant young upstart to spoil the milk. I'm slightly off of the timing, like audio wise, but I can't hear it, so. For you, I would face the flame at noontime. I promise this won't take long. Take this knife, give the paintings in the gallery a good slashing, don't get caught, and don't turn it into a massacre. And steal the charity box, would you? Buy yourself something velvet. Uh, slashing is now my existence. I'm sure Therese will be thrilled to honor your agreement when you get back, but in the meantime, get to the museum and ruin those paintings, then pay me a visit. I want to hear all about it. Hurry up, I can only amuse myself for so long. Uh, no canvas will escape my blade. Oh, and there was something about the paintings. Oh, what was it? I can't remember. Oh well. Have fun, duckling. We will. Alright. Let's go back downstairs. There we go. I was expecting the door to open the other way, but no. Okay. I think we can turn the sound back on now. Go check chat. Oh, I'll make sure to catch the VOD. Dan, you do that far too well. There's a career in voice acting, methinks. Thank you. That's so sweet. God fucking damn it. This stupid thing keeps crashing. God, I'm so sorry. I just my internet's trying to like attack me today. It's a personal attack. It keeps going in and out. Well, hopefully you at least caught some of my top tier performance of voice acting. It's funny. I actually briefly considered being a voice actor when I was a kid, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm good enough. I mean, sometimes people tell me that I'm good, but like I don't think I have enough like range in my voice necessarily. Or I guess it depends on the character. Also, like I tend to stumble over my words a lot when I'm like saying things out loud or reading words out loud, and I kind of like mumble sometimes. I did. It was really good. Thanks. I appreciate that. Where am I going? I'm so lost. Where am I going? Oh my god, shut up. Right, I have to check back in with Arthur eventually about the dude who skipped town, so might as well do that now. Um, yeah, and then I have to find Noir Gallery.
Hey there, hot stuff.
Don't flirt with me. I have some dirt on Muddy.
So what'd you find out about Muddy?
He's in a galaxy far, far away.
All right, then. I'll have to call in some bounty hunters to help me find Muddy and a couple of other jumpers. Thanks for all your help.
Thank me in the pictures of presidents.
Oh, right. Sorry about that. Here you are.
Thank you. I am no longer here.
See you around, then. If you ever find yourself or a loved one locked up, please call.
Your neck is as red as the luscious liquid. Farewell. I love role-playing in Malkavian. I was talking about this a bit in the previous stream, but like, it is arguably kind of problematic the way that like the Malkavian lines are written to be like strange and weird and quirky just for the sake of it. And I do kind of prefer the politics of the Malkavians in Coteries of New York and Swan Song better, but it is really funny and kind of like fun sometimes to do those lines. It's also interesting because like the other Malkavians like don't talk like that in the game. Like it's just your character. Okay, where am I going? Main Street. Could try looking in the hospital again and seeing how it goes. Looks locked. Shit.
Stop right there.
Why did I try to pick the lock in front of everyone? God, that was so dumb.
Hey, hold on a minute there. I'm afraid you are committing a 351. That's trespassing on private property. I'm gonna have to ask that you vacate the premises immediately, or I'm afraid I'll be forced to radio this in.
Alright. Your mind will shadow on the hollowness of your life.
No, it can't be. I'm useless. I'm completely useless.
Flowing fat will ferment your furrows. Sorry, hang on. I gotta run. Gotta blast. God damn it. I think I'm gonna have to reload a save. Hang on. Please tell me that we had an autosave right after I got out of Asylum. Please? Okay. Let's try and reload this. I don't know why I decided to pick the lock in clear view of everyone. It was not a smart decision on my part. Lots of actors only play one type of character or do one voice, and they're good at what they do. Yeah, that's true. The only thing that connects Malkavians is the fact that they all have some form of madness. They're all different. Yeah, that's true. I spoke a bit in my previous stream about, like, the politics of the way the Malkavians are constructed. Like, as mad, and like what does that mean, and like how like sometimes the game wants to like have its cake and eat it too, with like constructing Malkavians as crazy but not crazy, like not in the like mortal sense. And it's like, no, like you made your bed. You made your bed in the sense that like you basically created neurodivergent characters, even if you don't want to call them that. Now you have to lie in it and commit to it. Because like I know like I personally and like other people like who are like mad, consider themselves like mad or neurodivergent or mentally ill or whatever you want to call it, like heavily relate to Malkavians because their like experience of vampirism is like, it feels like it hits like very close to home, especially like in Swan Song, how like Lisha's like experiences with psychiatry and her psychiatrist like gaslighting her and like basically trying to make her think that her daughter didn't exist. Spoilers for Swan Song, sorry. I need to stop doing that. Is very like similar to like the role psychiatry has historically played and does often play within the lives of especially mad or neurodivergent women.
Hey, hold on a minute there. I'm afraid you are committing a 351. That's trespassing on private property. I'm gonna have to ask that you vacate the premises immediately, or I'm afraid I'll be forced to radio this in. No, it can't be. I'm useless. I'm completely useless.
Flowing fat will ferment your furrows. I think I just broke him. Okay, cool. Okay, so I think it's in order of how this stuff happens. So it's like Cain is cursed. No. First Cain slays Abel. Then Cain is cursed by God. Then Cain means Lilith, and then Cain spurns Lilith, I think. Alright. Let's get to slicing. Oh yeah, I think this summons a blood demon from what I remember, or something like that. Or something like that. Come on. There you go. There we go. Is that puddle just gonna stay there, or... Oh no, I think it's just gonna... Yeah. Disappears. Okay, where's the charity box? There it is. We lost some humanity for that, but oh well. Who cares? We'll live. Okay. Before we go back to Asylum, I want to see if we can find the werewolf containment thing. Wait, I just realized I haven't been updating my character points. Oh my god. That might have something to do with why I'm struggling with the lockpicking. Okay, let's put another point in dexterity. Let's put 3 points in dexterity. I don't really use firearms that much. Let's put another point in melee. Maybe put one in security. Right, the hospital's there. Okay.
Dr. Bethany Stell, the operator. Dr. Bethany Stell, the operator.
Have I tried going upstairs from here? There we go. Shit. There's a guard right there. I think we're gonna need to go invisible. Oh, I think we need to go through this vent, from what I remember. Oh, God. Okay, we're gonna have to grab the boxy box, put it on the table. Oh my God. Come on. There we go. Christ alive. Oh, there's a security camera there. There we go. There's a computer. I'm a Bruja, personally. Cool. Yeah, obviously not every, like, neurodivergent person is gonna, like, identify with the Malkavians or, like, categorize themselves as Malkavian, but I know a few people who do, including myself. And I think, like, the mad politics of, like, the Malkavians and the way that it's explored is pretty interesting. I would say that, like, I definitely have a lot of, like, Bruja characteristics and, like, tendencies and leanings. But the thing that, like, bothers me about the Bruja is, like, their general, like, tendency, or at least the way it's described, their general tendency towards, like, a disregard for authority, regardless of, like, what direction that anarchy is going in. Like, it's less about, like, having, like, a political ideology and just more about rebellion, which, like, I personally don't agree with. It was pretty rare to have an open world game like this where you could choose the order of your quests. This game broke the mold in a lot of ways. Yeah, yeah, I can imagine. Like, it seems like such, like, a common, like, everyday thing now. Like a regular part of it, pretty much every game. But cabinet. Alright, let's try and hack this.
Dr. Bethany Stell, the operator. Dr. Bethany Stell, the
Unlock.
operator.
Great. Cabinet unlock. Control substances camera enabled for your security. Wonderful. So I gotta try and disable the cameras. Or I could just get back in the vent. I don't know. Let's try blood buff. No, that's the wrong way. No, that's the way I came. That's maintenance.
This area is for hospital staff only.
Whoopsies! I'm a keyring. Feed me, then you can't see me.
You can let yourself out.
Great, much thanks. Now I don't have to sneak around. In theory. I think if he sees me breaking any locks, though, he might be mad at me.
Dr. Sod, dial the operator, please. Dr. Sod, dial the operator. Dr. Sod, dial the operator, please. Dr. Sod, dial the operator.
CIS, okay. No, that's the one I already did. Okay, so I unlocked the cabinet. Maintenance, stairs. This is the break room, I guess. Nothing of interest in here. Security, there we go. Camera. Oh, I need to figure out which camera's on the controlled substances. I guess it's that one, so it's camera... Oh, cool, we got the maintenance room key. I mean, I don't think we need it now, because I'm pretty sure we broke that lock, but... I would reboot my Wi-Fi, except, like, I don't want to have to, like, take a break for that, because it's probably going to take a while, so I'll probably do it after I'm done today, and then hopefully next week things will be less chaotic. Sorry about that, let's get back into it. So I don't know when I lost connection, but I did manage to steal the werewolf blood from controlled substances. So let's sell the stuff that... Let's sell all the other drug stuff I got at Chip's pawn shop. And then...
Thanks for coming back. What you need?
What am I saying? Yeah, and then I need to put the stuff in my mailbox. And then I can go back to Asylum. How much gold for your goods?
All right, here's what we got today.
Can I sell you this drugs I stole? Great. So... Failure to take as prescribed could result in 18 years of responsibility, so it's birth control. Fun. Great, okay. I can't sell the werewolf blood. It's an essential part of the quest. Same with the pendant, same with the astrolite. Yeah, all the stuff's quest stuff. Okay. There we go. Alright, so I'm 508, right? So I can just put it in the mailbox. Oh, there we go. There's my blackmail money. Werewolf blood, give. There we go. Masquerade redemption, yay. Alright, we really need to go buy some, blood before I accidentally murder someone.
Need some company?
Go buy blood from the disgusting, creepy man.
It's a mesmerizing liquid, isn't it? The color, the bouquet, the form. When I was a kid, I used to wait for the snap of the rat trap. It would trickle out of the animal's face and ooze just far enough to coagulate around the cheese.
What is wrong with you, dude? Just give me blood, gory ghoul. Thank you. Let's buy a blue blood pack, why not? Alright. That'll have to do. Hang on, I'll check chat in a sec. I'm probably gonna have to start checking more frequently to make sure that my connection hasn't crapped out, which is extremely unfortunate, but alas. No, that's the beach. Second Street. There it is. Okay, we need to go back into Asylum, which means we need to turn the sound off again. Let's just take the elevator up. Wait, there's the elevator. I was turned around in here. What were you thinking? The museum! That was my event. Do you think I would find out? But, shut up. I thought I could control my sister as long as Tongue was out of the picture, but nothing's changed. I should have expected that you succumb to Janette's influence like all the others, but how dare you? I don't know what your lips are saying. Don't lie to me. Janette already confessed she tricked you into doing it. It was probably all Tongue's idea. I'll deal with them later. But that's still no excuse for you ruining my museum. But see, I have brought you the ghostly bauble. My museum is wrecked. Do you understand? Now, if you'd like to atone, or you'd like to provide further assurance of your innocence, I have one more task that has to be dealt with. What new deed is this? I made some threats against my sister. Idle threats involving fire and her impious, I have no idea how to pronounce that, satin sheets. She took them quite seriously and is avoiding me. I want to meet with her and explain. Damn it, I ran out. I advanced too quickly. I had asked her to meet at the Surfside Diner to reconcile, but I'm busy with the club and my other endeavors. I'd like you to go to the diner and promise her that I don't plan to take any action against her. Wait for her in the back booth near the phones. This is more convoluted than my psyche. I will find her and then we will finish this. I want to see my sister. Yes, I'll call it off once I've spoken with her myself. Just do what I ask. Done and done. Okay. In a log of vampire mythos, blood bags are a viable means of survival. Well, it's what we got for now. Because I don't want to have to feed off of vulnerable people, and like most of the other people stay pretty close to like the center of populations, center of where other people are, and like in the light and stuff, so it's hard to pick them off one by one. I can feed like in fights and stuff, but that's kind of rare. Here's hoping the stream stays stable now. Yeah, here's hoping. I'll persist as long as I can, though. Thanks, I appreciate that. The alternate Malkavian dialogue almost spoiled the sisters for me the first time, as you refer to them as the daughters of Janus. That's interesting because, yeah, I see what you mean, but it's entirely possible that, like, some people wouldn't get that reference and wouldn't know what Janus is. I think Janus, as I remember it, is like the two-faced god or something like that, or referred to as, like, the two-faced god. So that's like, yeah, that is a clue to like what's going on with Therese and Janette. But some people might not know that. Your acting is very good. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's hard to, I mentioned this earlier, it's hard to stay like on beat, like keep up with it sometimes because like I don't have the audio, so I don't know how fast I'm supposed to be going. All right, let's go back downstairs. And let's get out of here. I just went in a circle. Oh my god, okay. Hmm. I completely forgot what I was doing. Didn't I do this already? Oh, right, because I reloaded. I think I forgot to go back to Arthur. Well, I have to go to the diner first anyways, so. Shit. Right, I forgot that these people are gonna try and kill me. Good thing I have a gun. Well, let's hope they don't get any closer. It sends me how they literally say ow every time they get hit. Alright, fine.
Where you going, man? Freeze, motherfucker!
So it looks like Therese set me up, so that's fun. Oh, I get a shotgun now. Yay. Where is he? I don't see him. Oh, he's behind the register. Oh, I'm out of fucking bullets for this one. Let me just... hang on. Sorry, dude. Didn't mean for you to get caught up in all this. Yes?
I'm so relieved you're safe. I wanted to warn you when I heard it was a setup, but Therese pulled a gun on me and I locked myself in the bathroom and she's threatening to kill me and you have to help me.
I shall be your white knight, Ivory Goddess. First, tell me your tale.
Therese knew it was you at the gallery all along. She set you up and... Did you hear that? She's crazy. She paid those thieves for a hit. She'll kill anyone who gets in the way of her becoming the top dog of Santa Monica.
I will come to right this wrong.
Hurry! I don't know how much longer I have.
Here I come to save the day. Alright. Christ alive, guys. Alright, but before we do that, I'm actually gonna stop by the bail bonds place. Do we need to save, or do we have autosaves? Yeah, let's save over that. Okay. Let's go back to Asylum. Those locks look like body parts from far away, which I feel like is kind of intentional. Why is there a blood bag on the steps just floating like that? Pretty sure that's a glitch, no? I can't pick it up. Elevator, there it is. Okay, I seem to remember there's a specific way you need to do this. But I don't really remember exactly how. Wait, I clicked on the wrong button. Whoopsies. There we go. Okay, I think I'm going to try and turn the sound back on because I think the music doesn't play through this scene because it's pretty intense. And quite frankly, I don't want to have to voice it if I don't have to because it's just very heavy. Oh, for fuck's sakes, game. You know what? I'm going to assume that the music's going to turn off when I go through the door. Let me in, let me in. Nope, the music's still going in the background. Well, that's unfortunate.
You stay out of this. To think anyone would risk their life for this filthy, tainted waste of blood. This will just make it easier to kill both of you. Help! Save me and I'll help you find Bertram. I swear! Shut up, Janette. I warned you to stay away from Tongue. He's turned you against me. I always looked out for you, but you couldn't stand my success. You had to meddle, didn't you? I didn't want it to end like this, but you forced me. You never gave me any credit for anything, Therese. I was the one calling the shots. Bertram was dancing on my leash. How does it feel to know that I beat you?
Alright, so the music is still playing in the background, so I think I might unfortunately have to turn it off. But yeah, so I was trying to avoid mentioning this until we actually got to this scene, because I didn't want to spoil it potentially for people who had never played this game. But yeah, basically, well, first of all, there's some things to say about this. Based on what I know of DID, this isn't super realistic, like, them having this, like, fight between the two of them, like, isn't really a thing that happens. Like, you don't really have, like, you don't really have like communication like this between your alters to the point where you're actively like having a fight, and like you don't usually switch this quickly. Like if we're seeing this, if we're seeing this from the outside, we're seeing like Therese and then we're seeing Janette like back and forth, like to the point where it's like they're having a conversation with each other and we can hear both sides. Like that's pretty unrealistic because switching usually doesn't happen like that quickly and that frequently. But take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt because I personally am not part of a system. I don't have DID. Everything that I'm saying is based on like what I learned from systems and from people like talking about their experiences like online and stuff. So yeah, I've seen a lot of people describe this as like, oh, like there aren't actually two sisters, or like, like either like Therese or Janette is like not actually like a real person, or like one of them's fake, or whatever. And it's like I get it comes from like a misunderstanding of like what like DID is and how it works, but like to describe an alter, to describe like a whole personality as like fake or not real or not really existing is pretty, as I understand it, pretty insulting and kind of dehumanizing. Like that's not really true. Like it doesn't really matter who was there first. Like you're still a full, like actualized, like fully fleshed, like human being and separate, like psyche, despite the fact that you happen to inhabit one body. And hang on, I had a thought and I lost it. What was I gonna say? Yeah, like they are in a way sisters. Like you could describe it that way in a sense. Like they are two people, and like it's just really sad to think back on like all of their like fights and like all of the horrible things that they've said about each other, and also like just like the constant like, especially Therese's like constant like belittling and tearing down of Janette and like all of that stuff, because it's like it's just really sad. Like it's just really sad. Like, and like it's like it can be common to like have like what they call like persecutors in a system, like people or like alters psyches who are trying to like actively like tear down like other like your other alters, and like being like mean and cruel and basically like what's the word, persecutatory, that's not a word. Anyways, the long and short of it is this is the situation, and it's messy and sad, and I feel really bad for both of them. And I think that this scene could have been handled with slightly more grace, and if it was done nowadays, then like I hope that it would have been. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna say about this. Okay, so what strange fate twists befall us? Isn't it obvious? I'm about to rid the night of this deviant, backstabbing whore. Do you realize that despite her condition, she still fornicates with kind, no less? So despicable, so unclean. You're one to talk, dear sister, or should I say daddy's little girl. Do you want to know just how depraved the Baroness Santa Monica can be? Shut up, Janette! You love the world to think you're a saint. When you thought I was asleep, I used to hear father come in at night. I heard him whisper how much he loved you in your ear before he... Don't finish that sentence or you're dead. Okay, yikes. Yikes on bikes. This is what I mean when I say, like, I feel like this, like, scene could have been handled with a lot more grace. But, basically, the long and the short of it is, like, obviously, like, DID and, like, systems often emerge from trauma. Like, usually, like, very deep, like, serious trauma at a very young age, often of, like, an abusive nature. And, like, it's pretty clear that, like, their father was, like, sexually abusing them. Or Therese specifically. I guess, like, based on the way this is phrased, like, it's hard to tell which one of them was, like, the original or whatever. I can't remember what the specific terminology is, but like I think it's very, very typical and very like understandable that like that kind of sexual abuse at like such a young age would develop a kind of fracture in like their psyche like this. And yeah, and like I've seen people criticize like the way that like Janette like goes after Therese in this moment, and like you brings up that trauma to like victim blame, and like use it as a way to like criticize her and like how like the writing of this is, and like maybe it could have been handled with a little more grace, but like I think it's not necessarily meant to like villainize like Therese or like paint her as like to like try and paint her in a bad light or anything or victim blame. I think it's like it makes sense that Janette's like going after her like this because like it's the kind of things that like they probably both would have heard like throughout their entire lives from a lot of people, and like it's probably the kind of things that they like internalize about themselves like while the abuse was occurring and also probably afterwards. So it makes sense that Janette would like say those things to Therese, like I think personally. Okay. Do not let her exhume your past, Dark Mistress. Please continue, Ivory Goddess. No, let's not encourage this. I wish there was a way I could tell them both to stop because they're both being ridiculous, but unfortunately, I think you need like a certain like charisma skill or a certain like persuasion skill to do that, and I don't know if I have it, which isn't great, but I'm gonna try and do the best I can. Do not let her exhume your past, Dark Mistress. Don't you want to hear what happened? How she became a pillar of the community she is today? Shut up! Just shut up! I think Janette should stop, but I'm worried that if, like, it's viewed as me, like, siding too much with Therese, then, like, that's gonna influence the way this goes. I don't know. Go on, Ivory Princess. Would you like to tell the story? She makes herself out to be the virgin queen of the night, pious as a nun, stable as the earth's orbit, but oh fuck. That went too fast. I'm the good girl, you're the wicked one. You've done nothing but plot against me when I had our best interests at heart, and despite that, I've always covered your mistakes. I've taken care of you, and this is how you repay me? Taking care of me? You've done nothing but keep me down, blame me for every mistake. Did you expect me to let you rule my life until the end of time? No, sister, you've had it coming since our last sunrise. Is that right, dear? If it wasn't for me, you would never have survived this long. Remember? They tried to separate us, but I refused. I chose this life, and I brought you into it so that we could stay together. Obviously, you've forgotten. That's also interesting. Like, oh, so like going back and forth and doing those voices like back to back is one hell of a trip. That's interesting. Therese saying like they tried to separate us, but I refused. I brought you into this life so we could stay together. Because if we read that as like, I'm not exactly sure 100% what to make of that, but it's sad because like you clearly see it as like, a coping mechanism, right? Like this like altar, whoever like was the altar that was created after the abuse, like as like a way to sort of like deal with it. I don't know how to explain it exactly, but I think that line's interesting. Oh, okay. Does the Dark Daughter speak truth, White Mistress? She's a control freak. People, things, emotions. If she can't control something, she gets rid of it. And you're a wild animal. You'll rub up against anything that'll take you in for the night. Then, when you're stuffed and bored, you bite the hand that fed you. You were a sickly little thorn from the beginning, White Daughter. Or yes, the Dark One called down the Reaper on me. The Dark One called down the Reaper on me. Terese'll never let you live. You disappointed her. I used you, yes, but I didn't try to have you killed. Therese has no problem with killing, do you? Remember Father? Father loved me. I was a good girl. I always did what I was told. You always hated that he loved me. You disobeyed him. You brought men home when he wasn't there. You were an awful daughter to him. Oh boy. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Christ alive. I'm not laughing because this is funny. I'm laughing because that's how we deal with stress. Okay, what if Janus White Mistress or what if Janus Dark Daughter? I'm not sure what that means. What if Janus? Oh, like how did this happen, I guess, is the question. Sorry, I've been kind of ignoring chat. I should probably, There's a mod here that removes all the music from the game. It's the optional one at the bottom. That's interesting. I should look into that. But I don't want to remove all the music from the game because some of the music is really good. And like, yeah, I'm trying to stream it. And I'm trying not to get a copyright strike, but at the same time, like, I don't want to, like, I don't know. I don't want to, like, necessarily. I guess it's good for streaming. I could always take it out after. Although, if you remove the music, I'll miss your voice acting. Aw, thanks. Alright. I don't think I can open my character menu now, but, I wish I had, like, more points to put into, like, persuasion or charisma or whatever. Why's my laptop making weird noises? Okay, there we go. What a Janus, Dark Daughter. I was always good to father, but Janette made him miserable. Over the years, it all became too much for him. I think she broke his heart, so he killed himself right in our room. Killed himself? Therese, you placed you placed his finger on the trigger once you blew his mind all over the silly clown wallpaper, right after he found me in your bed. He was always angry at you. You drove him to drink. When he died, he was in torment. As I recall, he died with a smile on his face. Okay, yeah. I don't believe your hollow words, White Daughter. Dark deed for the Dark Daughter not to be believed. Yeah, it seems like I can't really side with, like, I can't really, like, side with both of them or try to get them both to stop fighting. Because, like, I've seen that dialogue option on other people's playthroughs, but I don't think I have it. Ugh. I'm just trying to, like, go back and forth so it like balances it out, but I don't know if it's like the best decision to make. I don't believe your hollow words, White Daughter. As you shouldn't. I'm afraid, sister. I must write your ending in this family saga. I want you to know that I do so with great anguish and disappointment. I had such hopes that you'd change for the better with my guidance, but so, sweet sister, is this how it has to end? I admit I always knew this night might come. Well, any message you want me to give father? An apology? A love letter? Hmm. Uh, the white must come to an end, dark daughter. Grab the boomstick. Ivory princess. Give me the boomstick. Oh my god, okay. Give me the boomstick. Shit. I should turn this on you next, but I won't. Without Jeanette's assistant, tongue, you're no threat. I'll call off the feud if that would get you out of my city. This is acceptable. Oh, so I think Jeanette's just gone. Yeah, I know there's a way that I can do things differently so that, like, you can keep both of them. But I think you have to have, like, a certain skill in, like, persuasion or whatever. Oh, right, I completely forgot to read that, sorry. Tongue's hiding out in an abandoned oil tank at the old gas station. I'll tell him that one condition of a truce is that he help you. Our business, then, is finally complete. What you witnessed here, not a word to anyone. Only the ghost of the White Princess will know I am gone. Do try to stay cautious. I'd hate to see one so promising meet an end because of wayward trust in another. I may still have need of someone like you in a few years, if you're still around. I'll remember that. Goodbye, Dark Daughter. Yeah. Oh well. C'est la vie. I did my best. All right, I might download the mod that removes the music for next time, but I can't do it right now. Alternately, there's a license folder in the music directory of what am I looking at? Sorry. In the music directory of the game's files. Delete those files and the club music will go away. Okay. Yeah, I could do that. I wouldn't want to delete those files permanently because like the music is a banger. Alright, let's turn this sound back on. Yeah, I'm just sad. I didn't want that to turn out that way, but oh well. The feud has been called off. Tongue is hiding in an oil tank not far from the asylum. You must meet with him and get him to show you a way into the warehouse so that the explosives can be set. Alright. Yeah, this is part of downtown, actually. Even though it says that it's still in Santa Monica. I'll check my mailbox later to see if I have a reward for sending the werewolf blood. Yeah, and then this stuff, I think we can't continue it here. We have to continue it in downtown LA. So yeah, let's go back to our apartment first. Oh, I almost forgot. There's another side quest that you can do if you can find Knox in Asylum, which means I have to turn the damn music off again. Christ alive. Hey girl. Wait, how do I do his voice? It's sort of like Surfer Do Bro, kinda. Golden Girl, what say you? Not much. Just waiting around for my master. The nasty dude you would speak of? Okay, I guess I can tell you about him. Oh man, his name's Bertram Tongue. He's a Nosferatu. Ah, I too seek the nasty dude. Oh man, wish I knew where he was. I'm getting antsy waiting for him. I need to tell him some stuff, you know. I don't know where he is or stays or anything. Oh man, whenever he needs me, he just, appears. Uh, Tell me of the nasty dude. Oh man, well he's like the only vampire I know, but well, he seems pretty damn powerful. Oh man, when he's looking at you, it's like he's really scanning your brain, you know? It's like trippy, it's crazy, oh man. But I guess that's Nosferatu's thing, you know? They like know everything, I guess. Uh, what nasty things are you doing for him? Oh man, well, Bertram had me keep an eye on this guy, an Asian dude who's been poking around Santa Monica. Bertram thought he might be a vampire, or something like a vampire, I don't know. A life eater from across the sea. Life eater, damn. I don't even know what that means. Is that vampire for scary ass Asian dude that can probably kick my ass? Oh man, cause like that's what I think he is. I don't know what I'm doing with my voice right now. I picked something and I committed to it. Tell me more of this creature. Oh man, this guy, this thing got wise to me. Now instead of me watching him, he's watching me, you know? I see this guy appear around me all the time, like off in the distance watching me. He'll warp up next to me. Oh man, then woo, disappear. The truth does not match the words that fall from your mouth. Oh ho, what are you saying? Truth to your words be made, or Lutrum needs you to. Uh, to me, direct the Shadow Lurker could have asked. Nah, he can't stick his neck out like that. He doesn't deal directly. His way, I guess. So can you do it? Uh, then the deed will be done by my hand. Yeah, I think it's, what are they called? Quasian that he was talking about? Hell yeah, right on. Okay, like I said, he's some kind of Asian vampire thing, you know? The only clue I got is his driver's license that he dropped once when I was tailing him. I've been so freaked out that I haven't even had a chance to check it out. Does not this license tell the tale of his location? No, the picture on the license isn't him. I don't know why he had it, but well, it might help you. Might help you find out where he is and what he's doing. Here, take it. I will bring blood down on this Easter nightmare. All right, some of this dialogue is a little questionable, but okay. Right on. Just come back and let me know the job's done so I can stop freaking out. Oh man, maybe I'll see Bertram by then. Farewell, Golden Ghoul. Okay, let's do it. Let's turn the music back on. Okay, let's save. Let's check out this license and see where it takes me. Virgil Crumb, hang on. I feel like I've seen that name before somewhere. Hello, dipping in briefly before bed. How's it going? It's fun. Yeah, it's going pretty good. You missed the showdown with Therese and Janette. Oh, actually, I just realized, Sarah, I don't actually know if you know the spoiler, how far you've gotten in the game, but did you finish the like whole quest line with like the poltergeist and the ghost and then like getting the pendant out of the ocean manor and then like doing the quests for like Janette and Therese with like the gallery and then like the going into the diner and all that stuff? Because if you didn't yet, then you probably don't know. So if you don't know, then I'm gonna not go into detail about it too much. But yeah, we finished up the whole like Janette and Therese storyline. It didn't exactly go as well as I hoped, but I think it's probably partly because I don't have enough like charisma or persuasion skills or whatever. But I tried. And yeah, the whole thing is just depressing. But we got through it. Yeah, and I was trying my best to do my surfer dude bro voice for Nox the ghoul because I had to turn the music off when I was in Elysium because I don't want to get copyright striked. I don't remember a lot of the stuff you're mentioning, but I know about the storyline with Therese and Jeanette. I finished it before. Right, okay, so you do know that Therese and Jeanette are technically like two alters in the same body. Alright, so I'm gonna have to go back to, the bail bonds place.
You're up way past your bedtime, aren't you? Hope you've slipped into something comfortable. I know I have.
Yeah, because I think it was in,
just new to this whole radio thing. You're listening
yeah.
to The Deb of Night.
Yeah, V Crumb. Crumb V. Blah blah blah, drunken nudity, balance amount 5,000, type amount cash payment full, notes, local,
Caller, you've got the first
void, subject corpse identified, being held in medical clinic morgue, authorities notified next of kin. Alright, so I gotta check out the morgue.
So, Vigo, why are you...
Repent your wickedness and
Oh my god, shut up.
these your last hours. I have seen the squirming on the horizon. The words are stricken power.
Alright, so I gotta go to the hospital, which is on Main Street, I believe. And we have cops right in front of the gallery because of what I did. Unfortunately, I don't think we could eat them because it's too crowded, too public. Oh well. Oh, by the way, Sarah, how's it going? How's your day been? Are you excited to play Double Exposure on Sunday? Or maybe excited isn't the right word, but... I'm excited for the stream. It's always a good, fun time. Even though I have a feeling I'm probably going to be yelling a lot. Just like yelling in chat. Alright. Where am I going again? No, I'm going the wrong way, right?
Mr. Booth's cell, the operator. Dr. Booth's cell, the operator.
I need to go through these doors instead. We need to find the morgue. Oh, check it out. Now there's a dead body there. There we go. Silver ring. Let's take that inside. Foxy Box's key. Yeah, we gotta check that out. And that's it. I feel like I do need to take another break soon because I really gotta go to the bathroom. I was hoping I could finish up Santa Monica today, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. Yeah, it is really sad as well, the thing about Therese and Janette. Yeah. It is really sad and very hard to get through, but we made it for better or worse. I wish I had handled it better, but like I must have not have had enough charisma or like persuasion points because like I know there's a way you can save them both, but I just couldn't do it. I've been better but getting along. I'm sorry to hear that, but yeah, one day at a time. I know things have been shitty lately. Like the world is state of the world is horrifying. There are multiple genocides happening. People are dying. Uh, I don't really know what else to say except like I mean, all you can do is just like keep trying to fight back, right? Do what you can to try and help. We need to be collectively organizing and we need to keep pushing because it'll always be worth it. Yeah, I am nervous for double exposure, but it'll be good to talk about. Yeah, I kind of got spoiled for some stuff already because I have no self control. I've been trying my best not to like retweet things because I don't want to spoil things for other people, and I'm not really sure how spoiler tags work on Twitter. I know how it works on Tumblr, but I'm not sure if you can like blacklist tags in the same way on Twitter that you can on Tumblr. I'm not exactly sure how that works, so I've just been trying to avoid like retweeting spoilers. I think I did retweet one thing that was kind of more like general, but it didn't give away any like specific exact spoilers. But yeah, I am kind of nervous because like I just don't want it to be like terrible. But either way, it'll be good to talk about. It'll be good to have conversations about it. All right. Yeah, Foxy Boxes, Hunted Hunter. It's around here somewhere. Wait. Before I do that, I might as well like sell some stuff at the pawn shop. Ugh, okay.
Thanks for coming back. What you need?
Uh, how much gold for your goods?
All right, here's what we got today.
Okay, let's sell the ring, and I guess that's the only thing we can sell. Um, can I get ammo for my shotgun, please? Or do you only sell ammo for the 38? Yes, only ammo for the 38. Okay, fine. Okay, I think Foxy Boxes is on 2nd Street. Yeah, there it is. Oh. Shit, he has a crossbow, motherfucker. Okay. Where is he? Kidding me? Alright. I wonder if I should try melee instead. Because this isn't going so good. Kind of move around too much. Sorry, I'm not talking that much. I'm trying to focus. Am I out of bullets? For fuck's sake. Do I not have any for my shotgun? Yep, I'm out. Okay. We just gotta do melee then. Wonderful. Well, I should have just been doing melee from the start. Jesus Christ. Do I get the crossbow? No? Fine. Okay, can we look at this laptop? Ports. Okay. 10, 23, 4. Canine observation. I drawn the attention of a newcomer, an agent of the prince, who has discovered the corpse of Virgil Crumb. I know very little about this individual, but they seem much more resourceful than most K-Knights I have observed. I will prepare myself in the event that our paths cross, because an altercation seems imminent. If I do not survive, let my last report state that Santa Monica is ripe for the taking. We'll find little resistance if we come in force. Okay, that's the last report. Let's go 10, 12, go 4. My initial observations of the city indicate that the K-Knights here are both scattered and unorganized. There are 3 individuals of note, but they seem to be involved in some sort of dispute. I shall continue to watch and listen. 18 before. These Canaanites are a curious and fragile race. They waste the gift of their immortality on petty scheming and fleshly gain. We will have little problem making the city our own. Yeah, well, you're not wrong, actually. 10, 21. It seems that my presence here has been noted by one of the Canaanites, a Nosferatu. I believe they are called. Nosferatu, I believe they are called. He has entrusted the responsibility of my surveillance to a bumbling mortal fool. That's Nox. I have begun to follow this so-called spy, a small amusing respite from my usual duties. Alright, and then we already read the first one. Hang on, where's the door to get me out of here? There we go. Okay, let's talk to Nox and then check in with my apartment, I guess. I need to turn the sound off again. Okay. Yo, girl, you do that thing yet? The Life Eater has enjoyed his last meal. Right on, girl. Sorry, I have no idea what voice I'm doing. Right on, girl. Yeah, and I'm sorry again for what happened before. I still haven't heard anything from Bertram, but I'll let him know about how good you did and about how you're cool about everything and yeah, oh man. Can you tell me where I buy a boomstick, little ghoulie? Oh, right, triple sell that stuff. I already knew that. As a matter of fact, I can. Go see my man Trip at the pawn shop. He won't sell to just anyone, but tell him you know Knox and he'll set you right up. I'm somewhere else. Okay, well, Trip is actually already selling me ammo, so it's all good. I just need shotgun ammo. And I need to go back to my apartment so I can check my mailbox, and then that'll be the end of it. Or the end of that quest. And then I can go see Bertram Tongue. Shit, I forgot to turn the sound back on. I was like, why is it so quiet? That's why. Oopsie daisies. Okay, let's see if I can get you to sell me
Thanks for
shotgun
coming
ammo.
back. What you need?
How much gold for your goods?
Alright, here's what we got today.
No, you still don't want to sell me shotgun ammo, but I do need to buy more, little pistol ammo or whatever, because I ran out. Right. we going? There I am. Okay. And I'm supposed to be checking my mailbox, right? There we go, $150. Nice. I also gotta check my email. Alright. Email. 6. Yeah, your assistance was much appreciated in regards to the werewolf blood. Please find your payment in the mailbox if you haven't already done so. SL, yeah. Great, okay. We got it. Now we gotta go find Bertram Tongue in the oil tank thing. I think it's next to Asylum, it says. I'm not positive. Supposedly next to Asylum. Okay, so... That's a dead end. Not quite sure about where this is. So we got Asylum over here, we got the blood bank over here. That's a dead end. Can I get through this door? No. Okay. Over here. No, it's just... that's locked. Oh, I got another follow. Kane Kurosa. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. Thank you for the follow. Sorry, I didn't notice that earlier. Alright, I can't for the life of me remember where this oil tug thing is. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Wrong button. Oh boy, okay. If he has been called off, Tongue is hiding in an oil tank not far from Elysium. There's Asylum, sorry. You must meet with him to get a show. Blah, okay. Not far from Asylum. Okay, so it's not next to Asylum, it's just not far from Asylum, so... Huh.
Lovely evening.
Yeah, okay. Oh, I think that's it. I would say that it's kind of far from Asylum, but whatever.
Look who finally made it. Thought you'd never find me, did you, sweetheart?
Don't call me a sweetheart. It festered in your brain that I looked for you?
I've gotten good at knowing when I'm wanted. Ah, so you're who I'm waiting on. Someone must have faith in you, Cupcake. That, or they want you out of the picture. Interesting choice either way.
Nasty dude.
Nasty dude? Hey, I may not be a looker, kid, but you better start showing some respect, 'cause I could squash you like a freaking bug if my panties get all bunched up. You got it?
No, your nastiness was shown to me by the little golden ghoul.
Oh shit, a Malkavian. And you ran into Nox, too? You guys must have had quite a conversation. Not a working brain cell between the two of you.
Rude.
Oh well.
See what I mean? Every single person except for the other Malkavians that you run into are such assholes about the fact that you're a Malkavian. It's ableism, I'm telling you. Bertram Tongue, the nasty dude.
The one and only. But don't bother with the introductions, fledgling. I know who you are.
And you know more than I do.
News travels down the kindred grapevine like wildfire. And that courtroom spat between LaCroix and Nines Rodriguez is a juicy little morsel. And you in the middle. How interesting.
And survive I did.
Oh, you did you? Well, I wasn't worried. So why did you need to find me? What did you need?
I seek a strange house of wares, oh nasty dude.
Oh, never mind. The warehouse, though. I've been watching the place. The Sabbat has a bunch of low-life humans working day and night to move stuff through there. There's some major staging going on.
Only the warm bloods infest the house of wares?
As far as I can tell. The humans seem to know the score from the way they've been talking. I think most of them have aspirations of joining the next graduating class of shovelheads. Ugh, losers.
Do they know if they're Dark Masters?
Yeah. The Sabbat like everyone to know just who they're dealing with. So if you get in there and have to bust a few heads, don't feel bad. Think of it as upholding the Masquerade.
Can you bring me there with shoes of air and feathers?
Yes, I can. Just tell me when you're ready, and we'll leave. Once you're there, however, you're on your own. You'll have to get into the place and plant the explosives in the middle office to take the whole structure down.
Oh, my pockets desire things they do not have, or light the way for me, or do this. I already bought a bunch of ammo, right? So, this should be fine in theory. Or I could try and stealth it. Light the way for me, or dudeness.